Hello and to another part of Badlands. This time we are doing Beat the Clock Professional. And in this one, you might be thinking we're doing the same tracks again. No. We're doing the same car though. We will always get the same hum no matter what. Same freaking upgrades and shit. But we can customize it to look. That's all we can do really. But we do get different tracks. It goes through about every track, I believe. And yeah. It will get harder, but let's just see what we got right now with the professional version of Beat the Clock. We have round 1 in the snow area. Like I said, it's all new.
3, 2,
and yeah,
1,
this one... Okay, I'll be perfectly honest with you. There are certain levels that even I can't beat. Like... they're not hard tracks. It's just... the time is way too fucking stingy for you to actually be able to beat these without getting fucked. Like, that's not a joke. And it kind of sucks, really. But, yeah, this game starts to get pretty stingy on its time. The point where you barely have enough time to actually make it, and on the very last lap, on the very last checkpoint and shit, you'll probably have no time to fucking beat it. Like, the time you were given is way too little for you to actually make it through. Because sadly, the way this works is absolutely bullshit, because guess what? Trying to drive on snow, not an easy feat. Because remember, snow is basically bits of frozen water. Meaning that if you have a pile of snow, that's basically the equivalent of ice. You're driving on an ice equivalent. Yeah. So basically you're gonna have a hard time turning on this shit. And it's gonna make you hit the tree usually when you're trying to speed through. And yeah. You'll start running out of time.
Time bonus.
If you're lucky, you might be able to make it through. But I remember getting this far as a kid with Beat the Clock, and never being able to beat this level without using the continue to get more time. And yeah, in this recording, it's basically the same bullshit. Because 20 seconds, yeah, not enough time. You're gonna need a bit more than 20 seconds to make it for this one. Of course I'm bullshitting because I do make it. Yeah, as a kid I couldn't make it, but as an adult, yeah, I've improved over the years. I've improved a lot. This was nothing. So that was level 1. Now it's time for round 2. So round 2 is back here.
3, 2, 1.
And we also got some new music, that's nice. But yeah, we're back at the New York area, which was at the last round of the last race. The last thing, amateur. Yeah, basically, they're reusing levels, but here's the thing. They're giving you different tracks, they give you different paths. This is why I'm not shitting on this too much compared to shit like Beat That and such. Because you see a Beat That, like you're getting a different minigame for you, you're getting a different mode. But the thing is, you're getting like the same track every time. There's no difference. It's always the same shit. But with Badlands, you are getting the same track, but you're getting different paths. You're getting different formations of that track. So it's utilizing everything on its own track. And to be honest, I like that. It gives it a bit of variety on that same track. It gives it a bit of a different feel to it every time, because You're dealing with
Checkpoint.
all sorts of different
Time
shit.
bonus.
All sorts of different paths you haven't been to yet. And honestly, I like that. I like that it's actually utilizing all of its paths to make all sorts of interesting tracks. Of course, the biggest problem with this is that you're doing the same track over and over again, and that can be pretty bland to see.
Running out of time.
But to play,
Checkpoint. Time bonus.
this doesn't do a too bad job at making this seem new, feel new really. Even if you are doing the same shit, you're going through different
Checkpoint.
paths,
Time
and you're
bonus.
doing a completely different track to what you were doing before. So, yeah, it is different. It's just, you know, it's the same area. And in case you're wondering, yes, there are only 5 areas in the entire game. Which means we're going to be seeing a lot of this. In fact, you've already seen all 5 areas in the entire game, really. You've seen all 5 locations. From now on, you'll just be seeing different variations of tracks on the same locations. And with one of the levels, you already know every single path that it will actually give you.
Hurry
So
up.
that's kind of sad,
Almost
but
out of time.
it's still interesting.
Checkpoint. Time bonus.
But yeah, with this one, there are a few areas where they have a lot of different paths you can choose from, which means they have a lot to actually go for. But
Checkpoint.
shit like the
Time
first
bonus.
level we did, the first race we did in Amateur of Beat the Clock, yeah, that is a different story. There wasn't much that could actually branch through, so I don't know how much they can use from that. But they definitely have a lot of options of every other level, really. But yeah, that's it for this one. That's Route 2 done. That's Round 2 done. So, what's Round 3 going to be? What area will we be using now, and which track are we going to go for that area? Well, we're about to find out now. So this is round 3, and yes, we are now back in the freaking Himalayas.
2, 1, go.
So, the thing about this one is that you can see the fucking mountain, like, up close and personal. The temple, I mean. And, yeah. Again, I don't know where this is. And nobody's given me a hint yet. But there's an abandoned car here in this path. I don't know why. It's an obstacle. But it's there. And it's very interesting to me. Because you don't see that in racing games where they leave, like, dead vehicles in the middle of the road. And not only that, we are literally in a temple area. This is literally an entire area of temple areas. Of freaking pyramid places. Like, what is this place? This really is just like a village place, a fucking jungle where tribespeople live and shit.
Checkpoint.
And we're
Time
just
bonus.
driving on its fucking territory. Like nobody's business. Like, we're dicks, man. Anyway, the thing about this track is that it gives you a lot of new locations, really, of the same area. And it gives you a lot more of how alive this freaking level is.
Time bonus.
Out of all levels in the entire game, this is actually my favorite. It is the best designed, most varied, and honestly most interesting level of all 5 of the ones in Badlands. Like, seriously, this is the best shit ever that I've seen from this game. This is the biggest highlight of the game. This very level, this very
bonus.
island forest area, this jungle area of all this tribe shit, all the fucking villages, the destroyed vehicle in the middle of one of the courses, the waterfalls, all sorts of shit, really. It just feels real. It feels very nice.
Checkpoint.
It feels like
Time
something out of
bonus.
Far Cry, almost. And I like that. Because Far Cry knows how to make very good looking villages and jungles and shit. But, yeah. Like, we're nearly done with this now.
Time bonus.
Only, like, 3 checkpoints now. And, yeah, this shit is the most interesting level of the entire game. It's my favorite. And I think you can agree with me on that one, because you've now seen all 5 of them. And compared to all the others, this one is the most unique out of them all. This is the most special out of all 5 of them. Because all the other 5, they kind of look and feel the same, don't they? Like, a few of them just be in its industrial, really. And they're not really that unique. Meanwhile, you have this fucking level here, this jungle area. And it's really neat. It's really nice. And it actually fits with Hummers. It can also fit with 4-wheel drives, but this is literally the perfect sort of level I can think of when it comes to having a racing game or a driving game of any sort, featuring trucks, 4-wheel drives, and even Hummers. So, this is great. But we are done with it now. So sadly, we're going to be moving on to the next track, which, guess what, is not the final one of this part. Yes, there is more than 4. There is a 4th, but the final round is not coming yet. Because we are now going back to the fucking, like, Hollywood area in the freaking forest for some reason. In the farm. Which apparently has a lot of road and is allowing us to drive on people's crops, and also has an automatic braking system pointed on it. Okay, so far you have seen that we've been able to drive full force into walls no problem. We have never been forced to slow down by the game at all. This level changes that. You see, there is still an automatic braking system in our vehicles, and the worst part is that we can't turn it off. It doesn't matter how well we, like, fuck with the settings and shit, how much we upgrade the shit out of our Hummers, we can't turn off the automatic braking system.
Time bonus.
That means at certain parts in this level, well, mainly just one part, as well as a few other levels, we get forced to brake here to lower to almost 40 speed, really. This hampers us the fuck down, and the best part about this is it doesn't affect us only. It also affects the CPU. Everyone is getting fucked by the automatic braking system. And let me be frank here. I hate the ABS. The automatic braking system is to me the worst thing ever.
Time bonus.
It is just complete shit. Because it brakes too much. It gets rid of too much speed and makes it near impossible to make good runs, good turns, and good speed on a fucking track. And it wastes time because of it. And it can even make you lose the race because of it. The automatic braking system is shit. And I fucking hate it when it's in any game, any racing game, at fucking all.
Hurry up.
When I see the automatic braking system, I hope to God I can only turn that off and keep the other shit on, just in case I want to, like, get used to the controls and shit, but not have to be, like, perfect on steering and speed and all that crap. That I can actually handle, like, getting through this shit without the need of the automatic braking system alone. As long as I have all the other shit, I can do just fine. But if I have to deal with the automatic braking system along with that, or else it's either that or nothing, I get pissed off. because it's making me choose between something helpful and something utterly useless, along with like all the useful shit. And by that I mean I fucked up. The useful shit along with the most useless fucking thing in the entire racing genre, and basically trying to be a master at racing games for fucking steering wheel, not a controller. Which, remember, I'm using a controller on these racing games. And that's round 5, which are back here in the freaking pure industrial area. And we are literally just on reverse. I mean, we all could be on to a different path, really. But we are just going backwards. Now, there is a place for reverse racing. I do know that some of my favorite racing games, like Gran Turismo 3,
Checkpoint.
and
Time bonus.
like, it's not my favorite, but Forza Motorsport is also pretty decent shit. Any racing game, really. Like, there is a place for reverse tracks, reverse racing. And I don't mind that. I don't hate it. Because it does give a different feel when you have a lot of different turns to deal with. Even if they are the same turns, you have to do it in different ways now because you're going in reverse. You can't do it the same way anymore. They're going to be like feeling a lot different than what you were used to before. And I don't mind that. Because even in this game, like the same thing happens with the turns when you're going uphill. Because uphill, your speed is going gradually lower, really. You can't really gain as much speed as you could before. And turning is going to be a lot tougher to deal with because of it. Because you can't do a little sliding thing. But the thing is, this isn't a reverse race. This is like a regular race, but different path. And that path is leading to the shortcuts we've explained about before. Except for the one on the very beginning to the left of us on that little spin there. They do a U-turn. That little area is never used. I don't know why, but in all the variations of this level, they never use that small little bit of track. And if you do use it, you get penalized for it by having a wrong way sign appear, and if you continue on from there, you get an invalid lap and lose to continue after the whole thing again. So that only gives me the thought of why they add that area into the minimap as well as the game in the first place. And the only thing I can think of is to fuck with you. And that's about it. Outside of that, though, this is easy. This is the easiest one out of all the professional tracks, really. And it can go eat shit, really. It is just like crap. But yeah, we're now nearing the end. Like, after this, we will only have about like one track left, I think. So, we're nearing the end now. We're getting close. All we have to do is just keep going at this, keep driving through, and then eventually we'll get to that point in which we can basically get to the final round, and then after that we'll have Extreme beat the clock, and another vehicle, another Hummer, that we will never use because, well, sadly, we can't use it in this mode, so. But yeah, there's nothing much I can say about this one. I mean, it's almost the same shit. It's nothing interesting. You've always seen it all. Now then, now that we're done there, it is now time for, I think, the final round. I'm hopeful it's the final round. So, let's see what we got. It is indeed the final round, and we're back here in the freaking village area.
3, 2, 1, go!
So, again, I love this freaking level. And they do use it twice, but I don't mind that because I like this level the most out of all of them, so I don't mind coming back here. However, you might have noticed that in this area specifically, there seems to be like a, how should I say it? A little shortcut path. Like right behind the entire area to my right at the very beginning. There was like a little shortcut area there that I could just cut through in. It's not shown on the map, but really neither is this shortcut over here, so... And we didn't get penalized for going this way. This is a great shortcut. Even if it is a bit more harder to go into that shortcut in this track, in this formation of a path, in this level. But, who cares? Because it's a shortcut and we're gonna take it, because it helps. But it's not that. It's more, is this a shortcut that we can take, or is this a shortcut that's gonna fuck us over and give us a, you can't go this way, and then we lose a lot of time and get screwed because of it. Because it's never going to be a main part of the track, we're never going to actually, like, you know, go in there because that's an important part of it. I'm actually going to see if it is a shortcut in this track right now. I'm going to see if I can just, like, cut right into that side. Because here we go. This is the path I'm talking about. Can we go this way? The answer is no. We get it wrong way. And in case you're wondering where the spot is when we can actually go back and continue on, it is not on this spot here. Let's get it wrong way again. Instead, it is a bit more than halfway in the middle of it that we can actually go back. So yeah, I just lost a fuck ton of time, and because of this, I'm not gonna be able to make it to the checkpoint, and you guessed it, I'm gonna be using a continue. Or because I wanted to see if that was a legitimate shortcut I could use. But now you know. Now you know you can't go that way. And as you can see, I needed almost 10 seconds to get back over here. So, yeah, I wasted a lot of time by trying to go for that shortcut. And that sucks. Anyway, now it's time for me to go ahead and continue on and beat this. Because now I have so much time that, you know, it's really too much problem. And also, this is the final round. Like, who gives a fuck if I use continue, really? Because I can use all three continues right now, and I'll be fine, because guess what? I fucking did it. This is the final round. After this, I'm done with the professional one. I can now move on to the extreme and, like, beat the clock. Right now, we're more than halfway through. We're 2/3 of the way through. So, what else can they pull at me? What bullshit can they really pull at me? And also, I got fucked there. Like, holy shit, that jump was amazing. My landing sucked. But yeah, I love this level. This track is actually pretty good. And, yeah, it's nothing else for me to talk about this one. But what I can talk about is that after this, we are done a professional beat the clock. It will have the extreme one unlocked, and we will get a new Hummer. What Hummer is it? I don't know. I don't know of all the Hummers in this game. I don't know anything about Hummers, and really, I don't know what Hummer I'm going to get for this game. I have never beaten professional beat the clock before. As a kid, the most I got to was getting to Pikes Peak after amateur, and getting to beat the clock after amateur. I never did the championship. I never beat Pikes Peak. I never beat beat the clock. So, yeah, I missed a lot. But now I'm getting a lot better at racing games and shit. This is no fucking problem to me anymore. This shit's easy, really. Well, almost easy. And, yeah. I'll go for it no problem, really. And run to the finish line, in which I make a small little jump for no reason. I go backwards. And even though I hit the wrong way, I still got a legitimate finish. And now, I am done with professional Beat the Clock. So I now have the Extreme Beat the Clock, as well as a new Hummer that will now be unlocked right now.
Congratulations, you've unlocked a new Hummer.
H2 Lux. It's a luxury, alright. But that is it for this part. Next time on Hummer Badlands, we'll be completing Beat the Clock with Extreme. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.